And Sasha Banks will go 1-on-1 against Alexa Bliss. And as you might expect, it has been a week of sniping between the Bliss bots and the Sasha stans. Oh, I cringe even saying that word, but I guess that's what they're called, right? The Sasha stans. Reason being, these two have had heat with each other for years. Unless they're playing it up as one big work, I get the sense that Sasha and Alexa, they don't like each other very much. They don't socialize a whole lot together. And after that kick that Sasha gave Alexa during their tag team match a few weeks ago, where Alexa was on the apron and Sasha just went over and kicked her hard in the midsection, Alexa didn't seem too happy about it. That set people off on social media. They thought that's a shoot kick. She's being unprofessional. She's being disrespectful. What is she doing? She could have hurt her. She could have broken her ribs. Oh my God. After that kick, people lost their minds. Alexa fans lost their minds. I mean, they thought that this was tantamount to Pearl Harbor. It was an act of war. So the resulting tweets this week, once this match was announced, were about as bad as you would expect. You can tell them apart because they either have Alexa's face or Sasha's face as their avatars. But I thought that I would just take a selection of tweets here. And I don't want to paint them all with a broad brush. There were some tweets saying, man, this is going to be a great match. Man, I can't wait to see this match. Go Alexa. Go Sasha. There actually are a lot of very tolerant, smart, sensible people who just so happen to be fans of Sasha Banks and who just so happen to be fans of Alexa Bliss. But the extreme ends of their fan bases have built up quite the reputation on Twitter. And this is why. This is a sampling of why. Steven WWE Fan 98 fan account. That's a mouthful. He is clearly in the Sasha camp. Can't wait for Sasha to tap out this fake blonde woman trying to play pro wrestler next week. Alexa stans baby her too damn much because they know she is a terrible character and pro wrestler. Hashtag the blueprint. Hashtag the standard. Sasha owns Alexa. Don't at me. Alexa Bliss stands. You know, I have to think that in today's day and age of hashtags and all the vernacular that you would see on social media, I would hate to be an English teacher. We might even have some English teachers listening to this right now. I wonder if these people have any hair left on their heads from yanking them out at the roots when they hear things like this. When they hear people talking like this. I mean, we're not talking like text messaging, OMG, LOL. Like, some of these phrases and these words, it just blows my mind. The English, I weep for the English language. Mike Levy, this is a horrible idea. I legit fear for Alexa Bliss's safety. Sasha proved last week that she has no qualms about taking cheap shots for real. How can she be trusted to protect her opponent when she does shit like that? So Mike thinks that Alexa's life could potentially be in jeopardy here. He's very concerned about her well-being. Alexa Bliss guy, I'm sure he'll be impartial with a name like that, he says, they show Alexa no respect, so I'm damn sure coming for them if that's the game they want to play. Go tell you Sasha stans to be more respectful and at least admit that Alexa is over and a star, which most would not even admit. Bubba says, I stan both of them and do so proudly. There's no need to pick a side, just enjoy the two greatest of all time. You know, Bubba had me there up until that last part. I had quite the laugh. Quite the laugh. I mean, who knows? 10 years from now, Sasha's going into the Hall of Fame. Maybe some people will look back on Sasha as the greatest of all time. They may look back at Charlotte or Becky as the greatest of all time. Alexa, I'm not so sure about that, but to call them the greatest of all time here today in 2019 is quite the statement to make. Blissfully Stratified says, no matter how many Kool-Aid wigs Sasha Smurf wears. When I pulled that one, I have to say, I have to admit that I did laugh. That's why I pulled this one. When I read Sasha Smurf, I did lose my shit there for a little bit. I will give a hat tip here to Blissfully Stratified. No matter how many Kool-Aid wigs Sasha Smurf wears, she will never be able to step to the goddess Alexa Bliss. And finally, the soup de jour of tweets. If you were to spit, piss, and vomit in said soup. This is from someone whose name and handle I will not share because she appears to be psychotic. We'll just call her Cray, last initial Z. She is a diehard Sasha Banks supporter. Apparently her account has been suspended before, I can't imagine why, with tweets like this. Alexa, suck. And don't worry, Sasha, and she tags Sasha in this. I will drag that bitch for you, and you love to see it. I would much rather see Crazy and Alexa Bliss guy go at it tomorrow night on TV. Maybe the ring would implode and the earth would just swallow them whole. I've heard about, the Bella Army before, but the Bliss bots and the Sasha stans, this is like nothing I've ever seen before. And any one of those tweets could win for Sad Tweet of the Week. But I'm going to go with this exchange here between Kalisto and Charlotte Flair. And some of the responses that followed. Kalisto was responding to something that Andrade had to say. The last I even thought of Kalisto was when he teased that his contract was running out. He was teasing that his contract was running out and that he might leave. And Braun Strowman responded with adios, or it was like hashtag adios. After this, between that and this exchange here, I think Kalisto may want to step away from Twitter for a while. But he told Andrade, and I had to translate it here, but he told Andrade, you only have a job because you're with a Flair. He's obviously trying to get a little feud going here on social media with the hope that it might translate into something on TV. What he probably did not bank on was that Andrade's girlfriend would respond in kind. This is what Charlotte had to say. It's not because of me. It's because he's pretty. They keep a mask on you for a reason. Ouch. Poor Kalisto. This guy can't catch a break. But the Twitter insanity does not end there. The first reply to Charlotte's post is from an older gentleman who appears to have a very unhealthy obsession with Miss Charlotte. It's scary. He says he's not your man, in response to, I guess, Charlotte talking about Andrade. He's not your man. Look, I don't know why you won't chat with me, but go ahead when he leaves you, and maybe you should come find me, the actual only person that loves you for the true person that you are. It's you that I love and deeply care for. Not because of your fame, but because of the real person that you are. I had to go to this guy's page, and it is unbelievably creepy. I don't envy what these women have to go through on social media. It is positively disturbing. Now, maybe the guy is just lonely. Maybe he doesn't know how to talk to women. Maybe he's very inexperienced. But it's the constant tweets that I see on this guy's timeline and the flashes of anger. It's scary. It's very scary.